there will be an option for that. So apparently this game is team more than you, like, versus themselves. I guess their team has 10 people for some reason, so it's his team versus himself. So their tag is 16 and their team name is more than you, so I'm calling this team MTY versus 16. um, Bottle Pass. I think we'll probably release Bottle Pass at the end of the tournament, just so that we can have as many rewards built already as possible for it, as opposed to doing the slow trickle release that we usually do for that kind of stuff. Alright, so today we are casting Team More Than You versus Team 16, which are in fact the same team, because this team has 10 people on it, so they're just scrimming against themselves. We saw a really, really fast ban on Omni Knight. He's good, but we don't usually see him first ban, so I think that's pretty interesting. I think whatever team doesn't have DXS on it should ban, so the Radiant team should ban Tinker, just because no one wants to deal with that noise. Enigma ban's pretty typical. He's really hard to deal with. The Naga nerf makes banning Enigma make a lot more sense than banning Naga. Especially since Naga has more nerfs coming, and a lot of these teams know it, so they're not practicing with the broken Naga strats. Because it's just better to practice with stuff that's going to work in the tournament rather than stuff that only works right now. Tinker ban's super duper expected. I don't really know anything about this Radiant team. Papiska is obviously one of the main More Than You team members from 16, but I don't know too much about him personally. I see a lot more walks in DXS out in the wild. And then I don't actually know any of the other guys from the Radiant side.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
I just want to say the Gish and Sanctus animals are from the team Way to Death, which I think is also a Russian team. Might be related to. Might be those people, same people.
Oh, is there actually members of another team? I asked DXS and you just said that they were all part of his team.
Sanctus animals and Gish are from Way to Death.
Alright. Naga's still good. She's gonna get weaker though. She has another nerf coming. She's still really, really strong right now, and even after that nerf, she'll still be really strong. The things that got nerfed are her cooldown got nerfed really bad, so she can't just spam her song whenever she wants. The radius on it got reduced by quite a bit, so that way she can't get that instant dual start, blink, get people in song radius. That way you can line up perfect black holes. And finally, the nerf that's yet to come is that when she songs on boss capture points, currently enemy heroes don't count for capping the point. So you can actually blink in song, cap most of the point, refresh your song again, and if you do it absolutely perfect, then you can cap the whole point with zero possible interaction from the opponent, and that's bullshit. So we're going to make it so that even when you're being songed, you still count as capturing the point. So Naga can't just blink in and song and steal bosses. You have to actually win the team fight. Which the song definitely helps you win the team fight. It's still good, it's just not free, assuming you time it right.
Would that inadvertently also make disconnected people count for boss capture? Because it's essentially the same state, somewhat.
No, I mean we can easily detect it because we can always just blacklist specifically disconnected and out of duel people from being able to capture those. Picking the Witch Doctor into the AA is interesting. I mean, I guess Ice Blast isn't up all the time, so whatever. Hopefully this team read the patch notes because Underlord got nerfed into Oblivion. He's still really good, but he's just not the dominating character that he was before. Pangolin a really good pickup. So far, I like this Radiant team's draft a little better.
Also, immer disturbing. Should
See what this next ban is. I'd probably ban a Magnus, just because no one wants to deal with Magnus Pangolier. It pretty much guarantees he gets to like level 17 in the first 10 minutes. Excuse me. There it is. Magnus Pangolier is way too strong. It's stupid. Everyone's so hype about Magnus PA. The real truth is Magnus Pangolier. He just gets to farm the whole map for free, like right from level 1.
The real truth is Magnus himself.
Yeah, the real truth is actually just Magnus. He's such a good hero. Shadow Fiend bans. We've been seeing a lot of Shadow Fiend bans coming out of this team.
Oh, hello. Am I late?
Yo, we're halfway through the picking and banning phase.
Oh, you
Pangolier
got
does.
Gecko instead.
He jumped in randomly, and now we're just talking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well,
So, yeah.
Pangolier does get really
Yeah,
stupid with
spectate
power
in.
grid.
Watch.
Yeah, I am coming.
Nice. I wonder what this next ban will be. Pugna ban. I always like seeing a Pugna ban. He's just strong. He does a lot of damage. Really good boss killer.
I find it very funny that he's such a good boss killer.
He is. He's great. People underestimate magic damage against bosses. It works, yo. Minus 25%.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite changes I've ever made to the game.
Yeah, it's the best. I like Storm Spirit Man. I really want to see upgraded Meme Hammer against bosses and see how strong it is now.
I looked at it. It should, like, actually, if you rush it and you max it out first, it should actually just, like, push bosses to 50% HP. Like, with max, like, if you rush it, right, there can be, like, tier 2s at points still on the map. And if you get a max level Meme Hammer on one of those, it will just absolutely destroy them.
That's awesome. Get, like, one of those and then also a Spirit Vessel. It should just melt most bosses. So as for start,
to put you into auto host. I wanted to put your channel on auto host, like so my channel automatically hosts yours if I'm not live, but you are. But I did that before. Oh, I did it, but I didn't turn the option, like the thing on that it automatically hosts. You need to turn it, like you need to not only put somebody in, but then also say please automatically host people.
Because obviously you do not want to auto-host people if you have a list of people you want to auto-host.
Exactly.
oh yeah, so you have your list and then you like activate which one's the current one. That makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I should be active now. As I see, hope it works.
I wonder if it'll click in automatically this time, or if I need to go. If like it only happens when on the stream startup event.
Probably won't this time, I assume. So I just did it manually now.
Nice. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So what do we have? We got Ancient Apparition and Pangolier. Okay.
Right. Strong start there.
I find it so interesting that people value Ancient Apparition more than Pangolier, right? Like they picked him first.
Hey, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's super good. Then on the other side we have the Witch Doctor and the Underlord, which are both reasonably strong. Like, I don't think they're super overwhelming. They're just really good at what they do, right? They're those crazy overwhelming heroes that just like win a game. Like for example, the Enigma. How did Naga not get picked yet?
She's just not valued as much. She's just not as strong.
You sure they didn't like Gentleman's ban her beforehand or something?
No, teams have just been banning Enigma since the nerf. And then sometimes Naga gets picked, sometimes she doesn't. Sometimes she gets banned,
perfect.
sometimes she doesn't. She's just like an average hero now, honestly. It works really well. Witcher Iron's crazy. This hero's so strong. Spectre's super strong too. I like that.
Yeah, Naga was just a little bit too cancer. I like the Ember Spirit. I think you have to go magic damage Ember. I actually tried Ember recently. I went physical damage. Garbage. Like just not good. Like not even like reasonably good. Just bad. Doesn't do anything.
I did have a good game with Magic where it's physical Ember.
No, I mean you can have good games with it, but the important thing to keep in mind is that while I was playing physical Ember, I was just really upset that I couldn't use my spells the way I wanted to because I saw my spells when they were active just shredding through things. And but I didn't go for spells, right? If I didn't have Nocturne Core or like a Spell item or anything like that. So I really do think that if you're gonna go Ember, go for a magical based Ember. He gets very powerful.
True.
I did pick it against PL to counter the illusions with Splash.
Oh
Nice.
yeah, well that's a different situation. You know, then it's pretty.
And the True Strike free against PA as well, against PA and the PL. Make for a very solid physical Ember.
Yeah. And then we got the Winter Wyvern.
Yep, just
Spectre-
a strong hero. Ooh, Abaddon.
Yeah,
Nice. That's cool.
People don't go for the Radiant Spectre build. No, the Moriah Spectre build. That's been nerfed, right?
No, it's still just strong. It's just as strong
Yeah,
as it
but
ever was.
well, no. You removed the fact that it like the Spectre reflects the damage she takes from Mariah, right?
No, I hoped that that would happen, but it didn't actually work. She's literally just as strong as she ever was. It never got nerfed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well then that's really scary.
It's super duper strong, but no one plays it. I don't know.
I think people just think it got nerfed, so they
Yeah,
don't know.
dude, I've got these builds and no one's using them, man. The Mariah's Dagger,
Good.
Spectre, Caster Sven. I've seen them in action.
I
They're
mean,
crazy.
people know
They're
Caster Sven.
crazy. Yeah, but everyone thinks physical Sven's better, and they're all wrong.
No, they are wrong. Caster Sven is stupid.
And Clockwork.
Against
Just
so
everything about
Radiant-
Clockwork.
Radiant,
Clockwork's the
Radiant
single most
doesn't have enough
underrated hero
damage.
in the game. Radiant, Pangolier does a lot of damage, but I don't think he does enough. I think they
Pangolier
needed
is
that
not-
Magnus combo piece that got banned out for Pangolier to be able to just put everyone on his back.
Pangoli has the problem. He's not enough of a like. He is not a good solo threat because then he just gets disabled or forced into the ball. And
Yeah.
if he's forced into the ball, he doesn't really do much.
TA's a really
He's
good man
also
here. This
he's
team likes
also
to pick
not
TA.
the single best. He's also not the single best boss DPS.
Yeah,
Because
like-
he does set the boss armor to 0, but there's a lot of more minus armor than 25 in the game.
Pangolier is really, really good at like being the secondary DPS, right? Like
Yeah.
being another threat that you have to deal with. Then he's amazing. But being the primary threat, he isn't that scary. So they really need to get another hero that is actually like powerful. I'm sure they will go for something. I mean, we're still in the pool. Queen of Pain is pretty good, but I don't know if she does enough damage. Maybe Windrunner? Viper? Medusa? Medusa.
The
actually
enemy
still
team
in
is
there.
definitely too tanky for a burst hero.
You know a hero? Oh, there's the Medusa. You know a hero I really like actually is Lena. People don't know about Lena.
Sick.
Yeah, she's so good. She also is a great
OTA knows
early
about
space
Lena.
creator. Yeah. And then we got the other side. They've got the heal, they got the tank, they've got the early rotation, they got the safe farmer.
They are missing single target boss damage.
Yeah, probably that, or they want like some stronger disable.
I mean, they have a witch doctor.
They only have one stun and it's cask, and it's not really that reliable.
No, but I mean
And
for
they-
boss killing, for the single target boss killing
That's-
you're
oh,
worried
yeah.
about. Witch doctor can do that, honestly. All it needs is
Oh,
a
yeah.
spirit vessel.
And
mean,
they do
he's,
have
like,
the
one of the
AoE
better-
route, which is also not to be underestimated.
Yeah, I think that both teams' last bans were awesome. I think both teams'
Oh.
last banned what either team should have last picked. Or would have, rather. Especially the TA, because I know that this team really likes picking TA as their boss-killing damage dealer. I guarantee you that's what they had in mind to wrap that up, and they had to scramble for the Medusa instead.
I like the Night Stalker. I love our
Aw.
loading message. Unboxing map.
Do loading messages not work in Spectator? I just see ...
And they
No,
did-
it worked for
I
me.
just
Oh,
saw
weird.
too.
It just said unboxing map for me.
Yeah, I love the
Changing
loading messages. They're
workshop
awesome.
entry.
Yeah, that was super funny. I like the Night Stalker. Night Stalker is basically what I said with like either they go for more disable, or they go for I don't know what the other thing was, but they went for more disable. So that's strong. I like the silence a lot. They have a lot of good silence targets, and the silence is very powerful. How does Night Stalker's ultimate actually scale? I'm not even sure. Oh, just a little bit. Night Stalker can have almost permanent night. Okay,
He
so that's
can have
interesting.
actually permanent night with fully maxed out Refresher Core.
That's pretty cool.
If it goes down by a third, then
Yeah,
it goes
but
down
that's not
to
enough.
just under 40 seconds. And
No, it's not. He's
Yeah,
got
but-
65 seconds. He loses a third. That's 21 point, I don't know, 66. All right, which leaves it at just above 40. Right, it's like 43 seconds, something like
Yeah,
that. So there
there's
will be a
there's
3-second
couple
downtime.
second downtime, which means you could
It's not very
make
long.
normal night last for a very, very long time.
Or does he have another cooldown reduction? No, he doesn't have another cooldown reduction. So unless he gets 2 Octarine cores. Wait, does that stack? I don't think that
it
stacks.
doesn't stack anymore.
They
Yeah.
gave
Alright.
all of the XP tomes to the Pangolier, so he's going to be level 3 during the fight. Who got it on this team?
Oh, this
Did
room-
anybody
look
get it?
Look at how much this is like normal Dota. Both sides had 4 heroes go into the back and do a thing, right? Like the early rotation. And then
Had
one
a support,
support
run
from
off
both
and
sides walked into the mid and put down the ward.
Yep, this game is becoming more and more like Dota. It's funny. It just shows how hard people are trying, and they were like actually playing this game correctly. It's kind of crazy.
They're figuring it out, you know? Like,
Yeah,
they are inventing the meta as we speak.
The Dire team did not go for the tome.
They just didn't buy it at all.
Well, that's just a mistake. I mean, you gotta buy that.
They did not buy a tome.
Yeah, you definitely gotta buy it. I think it is wise to not pop it until the duel starts, though. It makes it so that your cave clear gives you a slightly higher multiplier because that XP is counting towards your team's net worth. So you want to pop the XP tome after the cave room 1 is done for optimal level 1 experience. Yeah, this is actually pretty close. Who wins this? Because the Winter Byron's still like full HP. Oh, I think Dire gets this because the Winter Byron can't help DPS all these guys, especially now that the Ember Spirit's got a spell back up.
Yeah. But I mean, that was a
good fight.
That was a close duel.
Yeah, let's see where Night Stalker chooses to put his ward. I also am not sure if I like warding before the first duel because this ward just lost 1/4 of its lifespan because of the long first duel.
Yeah, you were wasting a lot of uptime on that ward.
Yeah. Looks like Night Stalker's just here to bug people who come to high ground. He's not placing the ward or anything. He's just hanging out, ready to wreak some havoc.
Yeah, so the Dire side actually has like an interesting problem. They don't have good farmers at level 1 or 2. At level 3, they become pretty good at it with Ember Spirit, like he has his E. Alright, that's nice. And then Underlord's Q actually cuts all the creep wave down as well.
I think Underlord and Ember can clear any camp right now if they go there together pretty much instantly. And if they do that to 2 or 3 camps with the team, they'll get the whole team to level 3 or 4.
Yeah, now that the Ember is level 4, that's great. Define the Ancient Apparition, just gonna melt him.
That's a dead AA. Yeah, he tries to get another attack into the courier, but not even close.
Hey, DXS is the highest ranked player, right?
He and his teammates fluctuate, but 5 of the top 5 players are the 5 players in this game with the 16 tag.
Are they all? Yeah, all 5 of them are actually the highest MMR. That's
yes,
funny.
all 5 members of that team in the tournament are the 5 highest MMR players that play the game.
Yeah, the DSX walks in 0-2 from the Dire sides, and Pipiska and Mr. Random also from the Dire side, and Pipiska from the
who is the number 1? Do you have that up right now, Kaka?
Walks.
Walks is number 1.
And
Okay.
then DXS is second.
Yeah.
They're also so far the only 2 who have reached over 1,700.
Yep.
And 1,700 players. That is pretty high MMR. Pangolier's gonna get one last kill, try to get away, but probably not succeed.
And one of these teams is gonna lose a lot with at the end of this game.
Yes. These are all. Oh yeah, these are all extremely high MMR players. So whoever wins and loses this is a lot of MMR on the line for these players. Because typically when they play against other teams, they don't have that much MMR on the line for winning because they're expected to win because their MMR is so high.
Wait, there's 16 players, and 2 of them are on the Radiant, and 4 on the Dire.
Yeah, this is like
That's
a team
funny.
versus itself, basically. That's how DXS described it to me earlier. He just said that their team basically has 10 people, and they're just versing themselves and shuffling.
It's way, and the other players are from way to this, who also have a couple of really high ranked players. For example, Gish on the Radiant is ranked 8.
Am I on the list?
You're like 92 last time I
94.
checked. Nice, 94, nice.
Still on there.
As it pushes higher and higher, it'll be easier to stay on the list because players will have to actually beat good players to get onto the list.
Yeah.
You can't just grind it out in pubs. They'll reach a much lower ceiling.
There's some really big stacks. All of this fighting has kind of led to a lot of these camps stacking up a lot. There's a really...
Yeah, it's a huge
So on the
easy
Radiant
camp.
side, the Radiant bottom side is just stacked up so
Oh,
big.
wow.
Somebody
Yeah.
needs to deal with that. Like, whoever takes that is in a great
Yeah.
position.
Oh, look at the DXS taking a huge easy camp top. That's like
Yeah.
basically a whole level for him. And
Radiant side is not doing a fantastic job at actually securing these. The Medusa is now going there, and Medusa's level 8. So, and by the way, I like that she's going for 2 stackiness. I've actually been playing with that, and I think it's really good. I know it seems a bit silly, but it just has the advantage of giving you fantastic early stats with an incredible build-up, better than any other item in the game.
the
And then you
build-up
just-
is incredible. That's the biggest advantage of it, is every single component that you buy is extremely cost-effective and good.
Now, as an item itself, it's not as good as, like, if you just had a Skadi or Mjolnir or something like that.
Yeah, like
they-
Lightnings is a really common early farming item that I think people see as an alternative to that.
The build-up is just so good. The build-up is so good.
Yeah,
Should
and
we just remove the spectacular recipe? So Medusa right now would have a spectacular.
Oh, I actually think that would make the item overpowered.
All it changes is that it upgrades the armor to the next level, which is one more armor aura.
yeah,
more
Yeah, but
armor
also
it
gives you
already
inventory
doesn't
spot.
it already doesn't stack additively. It is diminishing as is the stats
Yeah,
are.
so all you get is a slightly stronger aura because you have one tier 3 instead of two tier 2.
Yeah, but it gives you more inventory space, and that's really important.
That's true.
Because right now there's no reason to ever buy the
I
third
wonder
upgrade.
if we'll see him go the Mask of Madness route for just crazy. Oh yeah, actually he's already got it queued up, doesn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, so he's gonna get Mask of Madness, double Stacula. This is I don't know if it's a DXS invention, but he's at least the one that made this popular.
Look at the sentries that the Radiant team put up. It's 3 over the span of the meta.
Yeah, they do not want Dire to have any vision down the center of this map. These teams famously value vision extremely highly. You can see them during the pause pinging the camps that are stacked up and planning their farming rotations for when the pause ends.
This Medusa is terrifying, by the way. She gets the other big camp as well, she'll just be super powerful.
Yeah, I think
She
she's
will-
probably going to eat this and rotate straight up to this camp, this medium camp near the middle, and then probably heal up off the shrine, be totally full, and wander over to the Dire side and eat whatever she can there.
Spectre is also level 10. She rushed Battle Fury.
Medusa will be level 10 with the end of that camp, probably.
Nice. So Spectre's going to have double cleave because he's going to go Battle Fury and then also is getting treads.
Yeah.
So he'll be
I
able to farm
imagine
very
he'll
effectively.
actually
That's good for them.
I imagine he'll probably get rid of the Battle Fury. Like, there's just an early farming Battle Fury and then sell it later, get yourself the Radiance, all of that stuff. Because you really
Yeah.
don't need a Battle Fury in
He'll-
Spectre.
He'll probably sell it once he's 6 slotted. Like he'll buy that. He'll sell that and buy a 6th item once he's actually going through
No.
them all.
I imagine once he has the core to like upgrade the last slot or something like that. We'll
Yeah,
see.
maybe. Once he has the treads, he definitely won't need it nearly as much. How much cleave do the treads give you as compared? How do I make this little thing go away? Oh crap, that was not the right button.
Turrets do start off at 40% splash.
I was trying to make the little camera control go away, and instead I left the
You just
spectate
click on the eye.
on the eye.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, so cleave.
Nope.
Yeah, the cleave on shreds and actual cleave is the same amount, so.
But power turrets are physical damage splash.
That's true.
Alright. We've got the
Will this
Medusa, just gonna
die,
activate an
or-
ultimate.
Look at it, she's not even gonna space herself backwards at all. She's just gonna stand there and keep right clicking.
Yep, no respect. Doesn't need to. She's tanky, she can take it. Oh yeah, she's just standing there. Pangolier running over the Dire. He went for the early javelins. I love that. I love that people do that. Pangolier builds are
Yeah.
always like 3 or 4 javelins.
Yep. Because you get so much money early on that you can just do this for crazy fighting power early on and farming power, and then once you can afford to replace items with real items, you do. Interestingly, he's going for TP boots. I guess he's going to take a backseat on farming and probably plan to follow around the Spectre with double cleave.
Yeah, I guess the Abaddon will take some money. Who's gonna take money here? Gotta have 3 mana boots, 1 TP boot, and then just Medusa.
Medusa in the top duel. That should be an easy win.
Yeah, Medusa and Abaddon. Well, Ember does quite a bit of
Wow,
damage.
she does so much damage. Oh, yeah, this Medusa does almost 200 damage already.
In the bottom
Yeah.
duel, Pangolier almost one-shotting the Night Stalker with 1 kill. What's the Diet are winning the
I
bottom
love
duel.
casual plate mail. I think it's great. I think even if that's not the first item he was going for, buying the casual plate mail early on is so good.
Yeah, it's really good stats. Like
Yeah.
the 10 armor. People always underestimate how much effective HP that can actually be, but yeah. So currently armor I think is 5% effective HP per level. It used to be 6, but they changed it. And so the plate mail right now effectively boosts its HP to like by 460, right? Like,
which is a lot.
yeah, that's a lot of health. You're not gonna get anything cheaper
Yeah,
than
while
that.
also effectively scaling his regen, because that's a really important part about armor. So the thing about a casual plate mail is casual plate mail plus 2 salves equals you can tank tier 1 boss no matter what hero you're playing.
No, they're gonna go ahead
Casual
and
plate
actually
mail is
get-
enough that the salve can keep up.
Both teams are gonna go ahead and get their first boss of the game now.
Yep, right at about the same time, which is awesome. So we're going to keep seeing a pretty even match here. Let's check out
Yeah.
some of the graphs. Ooh, look at this nice evenly dispersed. I'm so used to seeing the red and green clumped together on these net worth charts.
Yeah.
Medusa's just cleaning up huge camps, though, and they still haven't taken
They-
an ancient camp yet.
The only hero that actually has proper boots, or like proper regular boots, is Medusa on the Radiant. Everybody else got some sort of money generation. So they are just not gonna have like, oh, and like their total money will be lower as a team. And they will always have to like rely on this Medusa to really.
Yeah, they are going to rely really, really heavily on this Medusa to get farmed.
I don't
On the
know.
other hand, this Medusa is probably going to be farming a lot.
Yeah, but it's really risky because like that's one of the important things about the Dire side. I think they have a lot of like utility spells.
Yeah.
They have a lot of ways to just kind of disable a single hero, and if they're putting all of their baskets into the Medusa,
This
all of
Medusa and the
eggs into
Pangolier,
Medusa
whoever
basket.
else has TP boots is going to get a lot of gold here. I think it's just Medusa and Pangolier, though.
Yeah.
I actually really like putting TP boots on a carry, and then have him follow around the other carry, so you can use one camp for both of your carries for the most gold.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess
just
that's what's going
piggyback
on.
it.
Actually, the Ember Spirit is doing the same thing.
Ember Spirit go TP boots? Yeah, he did.
And then everybody else is... No, we got
Oh, he
Tranquil on the
disassembled him.
Night Stalker.
Ember Spirit changed his mind.
As you,
Okay.
you
Oh my
start off
god.
with TP
Wait, did Ember Spirit build TP boots just for the ancient stack, then
Yep.
disassemble them and
Yeah.
build treads? Because I think that's what just happened. That's so cool.
boots. That's what I
Alright.
usually do. Like,
Just for
Roshan
the
always
ancient
TP
stack.
boots.
Yeah. It's like a couple thousand gold. It's worth it. You'll make net positive gold when you do that maneuver.
I mean, you can disassemble for free. You don't really lose anything.
Yeah, and it's a good idea to just have TP boots in backpack anyway. Like everybody on every team should always have TP boots in their backpack.
So all you lose is 100 gold recipe for the TP boots.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, the Medusa goes down.
Yeah, the Spectre
Spectre
does
got her.
do a good amount of damage at this point. Ooh,
She's going Diffusal. I like that. Spectre's actually going Diffusal, man. so
Spectre's
she's not
Spectre's going
Radiance.
right click. She's not going for the
And,
magic
and
damage
it's,
build. So we're
it's
not gonna
neither
see
the
any
Underlord nor the
damage.
Spectre who gets the Radiance, it's the Ember Spirit who gets the Radiance.
Yep. Ember Spirit does also have 10% spell arm, which of course helps a lot. And Flame God hurts.
Yep, Ember's got a Spectacular on there. Oh, makes sense. This is DXS. He always buys Spectacular.
And the Radiant side doesn't actually have all the magic damage to disable the Flame Guard. So the damage will always be up.
That's true.
And be just strong enough to block whatever they might be able to throw at him.
Nice. I think this Radiant team is making the better play here. So both teams went for a tier 1 boss. Dire team went for their safe high ground boss. Radiant team went for a neutral boss. I think going for the neutral boss is better because your safe high ground boss is going to be there for you later no matter what. Either way, I think both teams are just going to get one neutral tier 1 each. I think they're just going to trade these bosses and not contest one another.
Well, we've got the normal boss down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just gonna be pretty free. We've got the Solar Crest on the Abaddon here.
Yeah, they're just happily trading bosses. Both of them securing their tier 1s. Dire not going for their other one? No, they are. They should. Yeah. I think a few of them are just healing up or something.
Medusa just goes
We
back
see
and
Underlord not even updating, or not even leveling Highway to Hell. I suspect he won't until he can max it, because the lower levels have such low range that it's essentially useless.
Yeah, maybe
Ooh,
made that
that's
range a
awesome.
bit too low.
Yeah, I think it's 1800 range at the base thing, which the radius
Yeah.
of it's 400, which means the actual range is 1000. from the edges of the circle to the edge of the circle. It's only 1,000 units.
Well, it's actually 1200. But yeah. Because you can cast with the center point of it, which means that the actual cast range is 2000. Or the very edge of the other circle.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no,
No, but
like,
the center points of the two circles are 1,800 units away, right?
No. Wait, are they?
I guess if you cast 800 away, the first
I guess,
and the
yeah.
one-
Actually,
Yeah.
probably.
So it's a 1,000 unit. It's
Yeah.
1,000 units from the edges of the two circles. The nearest edges of the two circles are 1,000
No,
units away.
they are they're 1800 units away, right? Like that.
The
That's
centers of it.
no. The centers.
And the
of-
radius is only
Yeah.
250, not 400.
Okay, yeah, we got it.
Oh, the radius is only 250? Oh, yeah, I forgot we also reduced the radius. Wasn't it 400 before? Or am I just completely misremembering?
Yeah, no, it was 400. It was really big.
Oh, okay. So now it's only 250. So they're a little closer. They're 13. It's 1,300 units away. The edges of the two circles.
Which by the time you might as well just walk yourself.
Yeah, basically.
No, you know.
Hey man, it's iterative. It was way too broken before. I was happy with nerfing that into the ground and then bumping it up a little bit. Because the thing is, the hero's still strong even without the ultimate. That wasn't the only thing he had going for him. His other abilities, all three of them, are also all independently amazing.
Yeah.
In fact, this hero was incredible before we changed the ultimate, and it literally didn't do anything. People didn't skill it. It wasn't useful. All you could do was go back to well.
Yeah, it was actually completely useless, and
Utterly
the hero was
useless.
still incredible.
Put what stuff where?
I mean, it's also valuable skipping the ultimate altogether,
What
just
extra
so
stuff?
when you reach the level to max out to get your 5th level, you can just max out all 3 abilities immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, if that's what you want to do, although I do think that the higher levels of the ultimate are definitely useful. Like, the range does go pretty far.
Yeah, the higher levels get better, which is why I think you will level it later on. I think the lower levels might just be a bit too low. Or maybe it's fine, and you just don't use the first couple levels.
Yeah, I think a bit of a bump.
Yeah, we could
I
buff the
just
range
want-
and then make the cooldown for the first couple levels really, really long, and make that the biggest aspect of it that scales.
I mean, it's already really long.
It is a 180 seconds ultimate.
We'll find a sweet spot for it.
Alright, we got a level 2 Radiance on the Ember Spirit here. He's going for...
Yeah, ooh, look at these charts.
Veil.
This is a pretty close game. Looks like Radiant has had a bit of a lead for most of the game, but Dire's currently in the lead in both.
Yeah.
This is one of the closer games we've seen so far. This is awesome.
It is very close. And they got a Veil of Discord now on the Ember Spirit here.
Nice. So
And
he's
getting
going
the
that
heart.
magic damage build you desired. Oh yeah, he's going lots of magic damage. Look at him go.
I really like the Veil of Discord, by the way. People, like, Veil of Discord is actually the highest, like, the best way to deal magic damage. It just doesn't have great stats, but it does amplify damage by 50%.
It does a lot.
Actually, that's not true, Morais. Morais still does more than that, but Morais
Yeah,
is also, like,
Morais.
a special thing.
Yeah, I mean, Rise is a totally different beast.
Also, I think we need to fix Farsight and Scan maybe a little bit to also reveal non-heroes. Because neither of them reveal Techie's Minds or Wards. In the
But yeah,
radius.
but they should.
I don't think they should.
Oh, I've got I'm straight in here now. Hooray!
Or they should at the very
Hello.
least reveal Techie's Minds.
Chris is streaming, and we're, like, looking at a game for OAA.
Oh, are you cool?
Watching some
Yeah.
competitive.
It's
OAA.
actually really close.
It's a
It's
really
actually a
close game.
really close game.
Both teams taking tier 2s now. They're really staying even on bosses, which is awesome to see.
I don't like what the Radiant is doing too much in terms of their, like, money usage. Because if you actually look at net worth... Wait, where's my net worth? There's my net worth. Well, actually, never mind. I'm wrong. No, it just seems like they're putting everything on that Medusa, but they're actually doing a really good job, like, just staying on top of getting money anyway.
Yeah.
They're kind of attempting this Lycan down here, but the Lycan is
I don't
running
think
them
they
over.
can do the Lycan right now.
Or
Or at least they need all 5 and 2 well coordinated. Ooh, Dire's going to try to sneak this twin right here. This will be a really good play if they can take this, and I don't think Radiant has any idea. Oh no, they have vision right here. Radiant completely saw them go in, and in fact are going to Ice Blast them.
Yeah. So they could have totally gotten that Lycan. They just didn't play it properly and had like 3 heroes run into a lunge. Just took a ton of
Just
damage.
all take like what is it, like 2,000 pure damage or something like that. Another ice blast.
It's
just to-
physical, but yeah, they take a lot of damage there.
Oh, okay.
Something I want to point out is I don't like this Winter Wyvern build at all. He's not going for Aghanims, and I don't really care about the rest of his build. I think the rest of his build is fine. But one of the strongest assets Winter Wyvern has is his Aghanims, because it just makes it so he can actually like really challenge everything all the time. She is super good at just sitting half the map away and wrecking shit. And without Aghanims, you just can't do that. You know, it just has such a long cooldown. Oh, they're gonna go in right there. We've got the Night Stalker going down, and Medusa just doesn't even
A-clicking.
care.
She
Yeah,
cares
she
about
does,
the
he's not
boss,
paying
but
attention.
other than that, she really doesn't care about what's going on.
Gonna go ahead and just kill this tier 2 here. So that's good.
Yep. This Medusa is really close to 25, and that's a huge power spike for this hero. Also,
Definitely significant.
regen of the twins and Ice Blast. So the twins don't actually regen; they set their HP to whichever one's HP is higher. So that will go through Ice Blast, yes. The only way to prevent the twins from healing up to the other one's HP is to kill the other one.
Oh, Ice Blast misses. So that's not
Nice.
great. Winter Wyvern now goes into the air, does a little bit of damage, but actually misses some of her attacks. Medusa running in. Winter Wyvern ultimate is ready. She drops it. Night Stalker taking a lot
Ooh,
of damage.
Medusa
Medusa
putting
just
out
trying
lots
to
of damage.
splash into it. She can't quite get it done, actually. Like, so far, the Radiant side has just not managed to do that much damage. Like, that's their current problem.
Yeah.
We've got the Spectre on the retreat. She's standing strong. She's got a regeneration crystal. She can definitely take this for quite a while. It's not just fighting into the Medusa with the mana burn. Of course, she does a lot of extra damage. Medusa dropping low, and Ice Blast connects. So
Ice
that's a big
Blast.
one. Oh, Ancient Apparition now also taking a lot of damage here. Witch Doctor will die. And I think with that, the Radiant side will manage to just
I
take this
think that
down.
Ice Blast. The Ice Blast and the fact that the Witch Doctor had his ultimate on cooldown at the start of that fight, so he couldn't ultimate at all. And he got really great opportunity to ultimate there. All the heroes were grouped up. He had valedicted a few of them. They were all kind of ignoring him, but...
They're challenging this tier 2 down here. the
Yep,
Dire side.
Dire's doing a really good job of keeping their heroes in the circle during the fight. And yeah,
Ice Blast gonna hit.
that is captured. Well played, Dire team. I think that's like the first really big swing we've seen in gameplay, as opposed to just winning a fight and gaining some gold. Stealing
that's a
that
really
tier
big
2
steal.
is awesome. So now I think what they need to do is secure their tier 2s, the ones that at least aren't Lycans, which they have 2 non-Lycans, and they happen to be the 2 easiest to defend for them as well. So I think that they should secure those, that way the Radiant team can't just steal one back and even it out. And that will put them in a really good position going into the tier 3 phase of the game.
I like how Witch Doctor is carrying 2 Observer Wards and 12 sentries, and Ancient Apparition is currently carrying 10 sentries.
Wow. I mean, when supports get money, man, you can carry a lot
Yeah.
of wards.
Sentries do not have stock.
Yes. And so they're just spamming them. That's pretty funny. Let's see if... Nice, this Radiant team's going to try to steal some bosses. I don't think they should go for this Ogre. I think when they see it's an Ogre, they should immediately disengage. Yep, doing so. That's smart. They should see this Lycan, do the exact same thing, and then go on to the next one and steal this shield. Nope, they're
No,
gonna
they
go
can
for the
totally
Lycan.
get this Lycan. The Lycan isn't even that strong anymore. People totally overestimate.
Yeah, that's
He's
true.
He's got 4,000 life. That's not a lot. Like, that's...
It is
Although-
more than the other tier 2s.
Yeah, that was something that was pointed
not.
out, is that he does... No, he actually does have more HP than any other tier 2 and the same amount of armor. He is the tankiest tier 2 in the game.
How?
Because he has
The
more
other tier
HP
2s
and the
have
same amount of armor.
3,500.
Well, the shielder can only be damaged from behind.
Which doesn't really
So
matter
is-
if you have a support tanking him, so you don't really
Yes,
lose damage.
Shielder is arguably tankier, I'll give you that one.
And the twins, you have to deal 7,000 damage because you have to kill both of them.
Except that
Perhaps
you
what it
usually
is
have-
that
you
Furious
have
White
AoE.
Boss needs more HP. Maybe that's really what we're saying.
And
Okay, well but he's definitely not the tankiest of the bunch. He's just difficult to hit. That's why it takes so long to kill him, right? Because
Yeah,
he's constantly moving around. Many
Yeah.
heroes really
So,
struggle to attack
to
him.
me, he feels squishy. I was surprised to learn he had the most HP of any tier 2.
He doesn't. Well, I mean, I guess strictly speaking, but the
Yeah,
shielder.
strictly speaking, he does. But I think you're right about how the mechanics of the other ones make them feel tankier than he does. Which is why he feels
Lycan
so
does have
squishy.
the damage downtime of having to
Nice
deal with
fight
the
up
wolf
here.
and have to dodge his abilities.
Yeah.
So that's also tankiness for Lycan.
This Medusa just
Yeah,
keeps getting
but
left
that's a
alone in
card.
the back, and she just activates Massive Madness and puts out 1,000,000 damage.
Yeah, she's just standing there, just pounding into them. They're not actually going for this Medusa because right now she doesn't hit that hard.
Look at what
But
talent Medusa went
Emma
for her at
running
level
out.
25.
Oh, that's a mistake.
Yes, that's strictly speaking a mistake, right? She's not even against an
Yeah,
illusion team. There's no reason to do that.
I mean, there are a bunch of Spectre illusions running around, but it's still better to just.
Yeah, I
go for the
guess
other- I mean, the
Spectre
Avatar is just better.
illusions, but I don't know.
No, this is just not right. Like, I guess, I mean, you gotta keep in mind it's a scrim, so maybe you just wanted to try. You know, like, when are you ever gonna see if this talent is actually worthwhile, if not in this game?
Yeah, maybe. I like to build my Medusa with Cafefe, Scotty, and the attack modifier talent. So that way you just walk around and slow and prevent anyone's healings and make them feel like death.
Yeah.
I call it walking.
Oh, we've got the Night Stalker coming in here. Gonna go for the Pangolier. Pangolier rooted up. Should be
Pangolier.
going down.
Ooh,
Nope,
Pangolier
still
gets
alive.
away really nicely right there.
So many regeneration crystals. Actually, it's not that many.
Thank you.
Oh, Medusa now gonna be hexed up. Ice Blast comes out
Great
again.
Ice Blast.
Ember Spirit coming in from the sidelines. He has the Veil of Discord. Doesn't throw it out yet. BKB is also ready if he wants to go in. Pangolier gonna be trapped up, rooted up. Everybody is still alive, actually. Now the Spectre comes running in. She takes down one with her passive, but now she's caught. Healed up. Gonna
Wow.
be trapped
Heals.
right there really quick.
I mean, the
Dropping
Medusa
low,
is
but
really trapped
gets
by
out.
this pit, so she can't follow up and keep sinking the damage in.
So like
Abaddon-
2 minutes of
Abaddon does
fighting
have
and
a
one
mod.
hero died.
Yeah.
Yeah, Abaddon does have a Martyrs Mail to keep his team alive through all the AoE that the dire side has. Because
I know.
they can't help but hit Abaddon with their skills. So he will always heal his allies.
Ooh,
with
nice
the Martyrs
Lucian's
Mail.
pickup. I love the Lucians. That's cool. Lucian's Witch Doctor, this team has so much AoE healed when they're not Ice Blasted.
Yeah, but Ice Blast is the big problem.
Yeah.
So,
So,
gotta be careful.
at this point, both teams have taken one tier 2 from the enemy's boss set and have otherwise traded completely evenly.
I don't like that the Dire side hasn't spent much time farming up their supports. Witch Doctor's still on level 25.
Level 25 Witch Doctor makes such a big difference. Less so in this game, but still makes a lot of difference.
Yeah, in every game, it's very good, very powerful. BKB going in from the Ember Spirit. We've got a second freeze coming out from the Winter Wyvern, but it doesn't actually really do all that much. Medusa Ultimate coming out as well with, yet again, no proper follow-up. Pangolier chasing down the Ember Spirit, but realizes that he's just going to be rooted up. Tries to turn it around a bit. BKB activated from Ember yet again. Ice Blast going to come out and disable the ceiling. We've got a Night Stalker standing on top of all of this too. Lotus Orbs active for the time being. Ember Spirit hexed up. Ember Spirit should finally die. And yes, there we go. Goes down. Witch Doctor standing in the middle of all of this, but it's not going to be enough. And they don't
Medusa
manage
just
to kill a
clicking
single
in the
hero.
back of the fight. My god.
Yeah, she doesn't care. She's just chilling.
Yep, that is what Medusa does. Medusa gets huge in this game.
This is where you gotta. Oh, why you're not maxing out the diffuser blade? Oh,
Oh. Fusel Blade does crazy damage.
yeah. I mean, I find that very surprising that.
Nice. Oh, did you see the Witch Doctor dodge it? He saw that coming. He just
You can
walked.
see it on
He
the
walked
minimap.
up to the cliff and then walked back down again after it landed. He's just like, "You scrubs, come on, you gotta dodge those."
Yeah. I always find it very interesting. You can see Ice Blast flying on the minimap.
Yeah.
So.
It's just you just see the pre-thing, right? Not the actual Ice
Yeah.
Blast. The like.
Well, the
marker.
actual Ice Blast is too fast to react anyway. It's very quick.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, Ember Spirit throws out a whole bunch of those illusions.
Yeah, let's
Or
see if they
whatever,
can
Gremlin.
manage to kill the Medusa in this fight. That way she doesn't just sink out 1 billion damage. Doesn't look like it, though. They're disengaging during the Medusa ultimate, and it looks like they're going to try to re-engage right here. It's a great cask. But I think they're just going to space themselves backwards.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Well,
Pangolier's
Witch
trying to
Doctor's
finish
still
off the
not
Witch
level
Doctor.
25.
Oh, yeah, and he got some. That's the Witch Doctor.
Oh, there we go. The Remnant's coming in. That does a
Big
lot
Remnant
of
bomb.
damage.
Wasn't nearly enough, though. This raiding team has far too much healing for little bursts like that to matter at all. We do see the Medusa did go Cafefe, which again bums me out even more that they didn't go split Sarchi's modifier, because he'd be Cafefeing the entire team. He'd basically be another Ice Blast on the Radiant team, as if one wasn't hard enough for them to deal with. But you know what? You can't complain too much about what this Medusa's doing because he's certainly getting work in. So both teams just kind of resetting to neutral, farming some camps, getting some gold, getting some levels, cleaning up the map that's built up, and getting ready for their next objectives.
The Dire side really needs to get this Witch Doctor to 25. They're not spending any time farming up. And like, look at his position right now. He's completely away from all of the creeps.
Yeah,
like,
he's
he
just
will
warding.
never get to level 25. He's not even 6 slotted yet. He hasn't gotten like an item in there. Just carrying wards, putting
Although,
ghosts
I mean, he
everywhere.
does have 32,000 gold. I think that's by choice. I think he just actually
but
values
that's
the
not-
wards.
Yeah, but you can carry them in your backpack. I mean,
Yeah.
you just swap an item in and out. There's no reason to not have like a heart in your inventory or something.
I mean, I agree, and with 33,000 gold, he can certainly afford it. He's just choosing not to for whatever reason. Dire team getting fooled by this scan, or maybe that was a Radiant scan and they were accurate. But scan shows bosses as heroes, it's a problem.
Gonna go to take down this charger. Oh wow, that was close.
I just noticed a visual bug with the new Cafefe particle.
What's...
If you look at Medusa, all the split shots appear to be Cafefe, but only the primary one is. So
Oh, that's
it-
the same thing with Sky. That's not a bug.
That doesn't. Until
Pretty
you,
sure it does.
No, definitely doesn't. I play a lot of Medusa. Until you get the level 25 talent, only the main one appears, Scotty. The appearance actually matches the effect.
Really? That's new. Didn't used to do that.
Maybe it's when they added the talent.
Interesting. It used to be that it just gave like the animation to everybody, it just didn't do anything.
Yeah, I feel like I do remember doing that as well.
Alright, well we've got the Ember Spirit, almost level 49. So that's gonna be big because then his Fire Remnants do tons of damage.
Oh yeah,
you're
the
already
max
pretty
level
powerful.
ultimate on him. Oh wow, he almost blew up
Yeah.
the Medusa just with a remnant bomb right there, and then finished her off with another one.
Yep.
Wow, he does
Um,
so much damage. He's got that highly leveled veil.
But here's the thing, currently the Ember Spirit is twice the level of the Witch Doctor.
Yeah, they need to distribute their levels better. I wonder if maybe like the thing is that they really need to keep killing these bosses, but I would just love for one of their heroes that can easily take out creeps to just run through the cave like 3 or 4 times. But since they haven't done the cave at all the entire game leading up to this point, the cave's still level 1, so they need to like grind it up to a point where it's useful before the Witch Doctor will actually start benefiting from it. I don't know if they have that luxury of time.
Yeah. I mean, it's just... I think it would be perfectly fine for the Witch Doctor to just follow the Ember around. Let the Ember get his farm and just get the
Yeah,
experience.
that's what I think they should do too. I think
But
they're a
no,
little
in the same-
overvaluing Vision in this case, where they're having the Witch Doctor do so much warding.
So right now they got the Ember to 49. I think it might have been the priority because Ember's 49 level is very, very, very powerful.
Mhm.
And
Also, the
but
second
I'm
he dinged it,
really
he
hoping
TP'd it
that now
on the
he-
team.
Now it's time to see the Ember in action.
oh yeah, yeah, that's actually gonna be probably crazy. Ice Blast doesn't hit
Ready,
anything, so that's pretty big.
Boom! Almost one-shots the AA, but not quite.
Yeah. Okay.
Medusa's stuck up on this
Done.
cliff.
Activates
These
the BKB.
pits are doing a really good job at locking down the Medusa.
Got the second win to Vibe and ultimate. Jumps on Abaddon, who activates his second ultimate. Everybody got ultimates for days.
Yeah.
Roots up the Pangolier, gets instant bashed. The turnaround, bashed up again. Kind of fighting the Pangolier right now.
Come on, Ember.
And throw down another Remnant. It's not quite enough yet. Pangolier caught up. They both stunned, and Ember gotta be going down.
Yep, he that dash away from the Pangolier was really well played. You see Ember was ready to blow him up, but
How many remnant is that on the high ground there?
that is a lot of remnants on the high ground. It's a lot of damage.
I count 7.
I believe there are 6. You can tell by the cooldowns on the Ember Spirit.
He did place some and then refresh.
Oh, we got Ember. Yeah. It's gonna jump in right here a little bit. Remnant away. Ooh, nice dodge. Actually, no, he still got hit by it. And down he goes.
It's funny, Radiant's wildly ahead in gold, and Dire's wildly ahead in XP. It's interesting.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Looks like they're finally going to
casual
take this Medusa down. They've been
100,000.
trying real hard for a while. Ooh, Medusa's healing back up, though. Oh, God, they just can't do it!
Getting a bunch of burst here from Abaddon activating his Martyrs Mask.
Oh, DXS finally blows up those last couple tanky heroes with big Remnant Bomb. Giant Ice Blast hits all 5. Yep.
Yeah, it seems Witch Doctor might die here.
Yep, Witch Doctor pops. Whatever, that's not too bad. He's finally level 25. Gets the
Yeah,
correct
okay.
talent.
Well, at least he got that. So that's the important thing.
Yep.
He's got an Aghanim's. I don't like that.
Oh, good, he's popping books. Trying to get his levels up.
He also still doesn't have a 6th item.
He does, however, have 20 sentries.
Yeah, that's true. He does have 20 sentries.
Does have 20 centuries.
Oh, look at it go!
I kind of think Radiant is ahead in most of the net worth values. Dire is currently slightly ahead in bosses, but Radiant's taking them quicker now, so they're going to start to pull into the lead. Radiant's looking like they're in a really good position right now. That Medusa is just huge. But of course, DXS can blow up the Medusa in almost one cycle of the Remnant.
They should get an Urn or Spirit Vessel on a Witch Doctor.
Yeah.
It helps with bosses a ton, but
Oh yeah, that
Put
would have
that
been
on
really
the
good. During the
Medusa.
picking phase, we were talking about that. He never actually picked up the item.
The Urn also does deal with the excessive healing that the Radiant team has.
yeah, just put that on the Medusa and disable her healing, and then you can kill her.
Yeah, because that's the thing is that they have so much burst damage, but the Medusa gets healed up by both the team and the regen crystal. So he heals up between every instance of burst. If you can stop that, then probably just kill Medusa.
Oh, Winter Wyvern got an Aghanim's, by the way, which I like that a lot. Winter Wyvern with Aghanim's, like what I like to go for is Winter Wyvern with Aghanim's and Scotty.
Yeah, and you
and
just,
with just
slow
those
people
two-
to death.
With just those 2 items, nobody can even approach you. Enemy carries can't move anymore. And you can actually slow enemy carries, like melee carries, so much that you can just one-on-one kill them because they never get near you and the burn damage kills them.
Yeah,
Like,
because
just
it's also
from the
percentage-based
Oxygen.
damage, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
you don't
so
actually
it's
need to do
like
right-click damage. You
Strong
just kind of burn
scaling
them down.
damage with a really, really oppressive slow. I mean, it looks like he's doing work in this fight.
Yeah,
Honestly.
and if you have Octarine Core, Octarine Refresher,
Yeah, he's
then you
even
have
keeping
enough
the Dire
mana
team
reach.
zoned out by just sinking individual auto attacks into them, slowing them so much that they don't want to engage.
Ember Spirit did just do a full Remnant Bomb into the Radiant team, into the Abaddon with the Martyrs Mask.
Oh!
He just melted 2 of them.
Two
Oh,
and
they're
a
all
half.
dead now.
The Pangolier got set down to maybe 10% HP with it too. Wow, man, that level 49 does make a difference. You were correct about that, sir.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta keep in mind, he now has, like, with his refresher here, he has about 7.5 seconds cooldown on the charges from the Remnant, and each of them does 1200 damage, you know?
12,000 damage if he gets the full combo off. Magic
And
AoE.
and still he can only kill the Radiant if the Abaddon is not there and has a cooldown up.
No, I mean, that's Abaddon, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Abaddon does redirect to his allies, and the Martyrs will redirect to his allies for every single spirit that he gets hit by, keeping the whole team alive.
And that's what Abaddon is for. I don't see a problem.
Yeah, good hero. You know, that's the kind of hero you want to ban if you're going for a burst build that you don't want them to be able to keep you alive. Dire team taking bosses, Radiant team taking bosses. Radiant team taking a tier 4. I think this is the first tier 4 of the game. I want to say. Check these guys' inventories.
Well, they
Yep.
do manage to get it before
That-
the duel.
Yep.
Yeah, that's always big.
So now
secure
we
those.
have a max level
Wait,
Kefefe
gold?
Medusa, and that is so scary.
Yeah, she's just standing down there pounding into the Spectre.
Ember Spirit did bomb the Ancient Apparition.
Yep, they're locking her down a bit and doing some damage, but she's also really tanky. And she popped the regen crystal during that, so that way the Maledict did nearly nothing because she healed through it.
to get the
Radiant
Ember.
seems to have this quite well. They're keeping the Abaddon right next to the Medusa, preventing that burst bomb from taking her down immediately. And they're securing the kill.
Yeah, they need to kill the Medusa, but they can't kill the Medusa. Especially with the Abaddon around. He just keeps her alive.
It might be worth investing in a pull staff for one of them.
That would be pretty decent, just to rip the Medusa out of position and be able to do the 5-man collapse on her.
Correct.
This is actually an interesting idea for Ember because like setting up all of the remnants does take a little bit. So you like put down 10 remnants and then just pull the Medusa in. It's like techies.
Oh
That
yeah,
makes it more damage.
yeah. Have the
Yep.
the Ember Spirit do it, or if you already do have it lined up on one person, just having like a support or someone pull one more person into it. God, I love pull staff. That is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm pull staff's #1 fan.
Do you
So at
want
this
to maybe
point, both
pull stuff?
teams are boss rushing down these tier 4s. Both teams have pretty low level supports, which I think is kind of funny. What do the levels look like on this Radiant team? They actually, wow, Radiant team's actually very low level. Their highest level is only a level 36 Medusa. Whereas this Dire team has a 34, 34, 37, 53. So I'm going to go to the right pit. Yep. Big ol' ice blast to hit everyone. Honestly, this is just going to help the Dire team. Yeah, because now the boss pops. None of them were low enough for that to matter, so... But it gave them vision. It's still important to know what your enemy team's doing. It means that they know they can safely take this boss and instantaneously cap it, and the enemy team has no time to get here because they were all down here.
Is that feature going to be updated, by the way? The multiple people capping faster?
What do you mean?
Wait, it's working now, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it works now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it was broken for a little bit, but it does work now.
Okay, lovely.
It's just not hugely faster, but it is fast, and you can see it if you pay, like...
Yeah,
close-
it has also made a difference in
attention.
competitive play, though. Also, like, there's been a pivotal fight in at least one game where it came down to the fact that they only capped with one hero, and then they didn't finish the cap. The enemy team found them, killed the one hero, stole the boss, snowballed from there.
Wow.
The mechanic has actually been game deciding before, because people got lazy and only capped with one hero, because that's what they got used to doing.
I've got the Radiance 5 on this Ember. I actually think Radiance is quite overrated. I don't like it
believe that
at all.
Radiance is only good if you're ahead, and I think it's one of the best items in the game if you're ahead. And I think otherwise, it's pretty much garbage unless you're specifically a hero that does really well with it, like Spectre. Spectre's the only hero I buy Radiance on unless I'm considerably ahead.
I agree with it on Spectre. I think Spectre is just such a natural Radiance carrier that it's really good.
Yeah, and then the Mariah thing makes it even stronger.
I don't like it on this Ember, for example. He maxed it out. I would much rather see like a Lincoln's or something. I know it doesn't give him any damage, but I don't really think Ember needs more damage. And Radiance damage is too slow for an Ember anyway. Like, Ember does very bursty damage, and Radiance is not that. Also, Radiance is an item that really requires the hero to just sit in the middle of the fight as much as possible, right? They want to just be there and, like, be right center, like for example, an Abaddon or an Underlord, or a Spectre. But Ember doesn't do that. Like, Ember just always sips in and out, right? Like, Ember's always, like, going in, does some damage, and then runs away until he's ready again, and runs back in, does all of his damage. And that's, like, super not Radiance. I
was actually just thinking I would like to see either a Kaya or, because he already has the BKB, a Mariah Stagger, instead of the Radiance. If
Well,
he
at this
daggers,
point
he
it's
can use
too
like 2 remnants to kill people.
Right, at this point it's too late. At this point he upgraded his Radiance so much he should stick with it.
Yeah, he's got to stick with it now, definitely. It is still doing a lot of damage for sure, but I do agree that there's another item that could have filled that slot better. Whole team's gonna get hit by an Ice Blast, but they don't really care. It doesn't really matter when they have this much HP. It's not gonna tick through 5,000 health. I think the Radiant team is happy to just trade bosses for the rest of the game because they're far enough ahead that if they just trade bosses for the rest of the game, they're going to win Final Duel.
Yeah.
I think because they're just bossing and not really fighting, someone probably the Pangolier should go into the cave and just pump some golden levels into the team, and just get the supports max level. This is a phase of the game where, like, usually getting the last of your supports to max level is the biggest power swing you can actually do for your team.
They need to make sure that they've got and they do have greater boots to travel on the Pangolier.
All right, we got a big duel coming up. First Ice Blast is flying. Hits only one hero. Actually hits two. The Witch Doctor, who kind of
Witch Doctor
positioned
got
himself
popped
quite
on the way
badly.
back.
Spectre ultimate comes out. Night Stalker gonna be frozen up after activating the BKB. Spectre goes for the Winter Wyvern,
Yeah,
trying
Winter
to
Wyvern's
stop
trying to
him
get the
from
hell
doing
away from that
anything,
Spectre.
but- Yeah,
This teeny tiny baby idiot ultimate, it's so useless.
that is very small. That's probably a bit smaller than it should
Ready
be.
for the
Oh my
bomb?
god, going!
Ready for the
What are you
bomb?
doing?
Hey, he can't.
Oh, he's waiting for the
Abaddon.
Abaddon. He's waiting for the Abaddon. Oh, but the Abaddon is just tanking. He's just happy.
Here we go.
Yeah,
BKBs.
I made a pull request yesterday that nerfed Refresher Core. Should
You'll
put
note
that
that
in.
Abaddon is nearly sitting
Really? I think
right
Refresher Core's
next to
fine.
Medusa, up to the
No,
point where
the
they're
thing is-
pretty much guaranteed it.
Refresher Core is fine in all of its ways except its own cooldown. Its own cooldown is 60 seconds, which means it's 40 seconds, which means all abilities in the game have 40 seconds cooldown at maximum.
Yeah.
And Abaddon right now has 34 seconds
Maybe.
because of his own cooldown talent.
Yeah. So that's by what I changed. The only thing I changed is I made its own cooldown longer. So now the own cooldown of the item is 80 seconds at max level. Which means all the abilities in the game have a minimum cooldown, or like I guess all the items in the game I suppose have a maximum cooldown of 80 seconds. There we go. Or I guess you could think other way. You know, the really long cooldown abilities have a minimum cooldown of 80 seconds. But yeah, and I think that's one of the big reasons why builds like this Abaddons are. Well, actually, this Abaddon could still do it, but you know. But by Enigma, for example, is so powerful because his ultimate never goes past 40 seconds cooldown. It just has 40 seconds cooldown because he just refresh it all the time.
Yeah, seems fair to me.
I also really wish this Witch Doctor was like I wish they made an effort to actually get this guy to max level.
The Death Ward does a lot of damage. Like, he finally just got it to the level where it actually starts doing
Yeah.
real damage. It goes from 150 to 675.
Yeah.
Significant buff.
Oh, he dropped his Agonons actually. That's interesting.
And just going for more utility and survivability. I don't think he's necessarily wrong.
Yeah.
Especially with how low level he is. He's not going to get big damage ultimates. He's probably not going to reach max level this game. It's extremely unlikely he will level up his ultimate again before this game ends.
Yeah. And I think if they made an effort to do that, because like you still have the Ember Spirit just farming. Why?
Yeah. I don't know. He doesn't need gold. I mean, basically all of his items are capped out. He needs cores more than anything.
Yeah.
He's got the max level Kaya now, so he does even more magic damage. Just
Oh yeah, he hits
unimaginable
hard.
amounts.
It's really hard.
His Firewind currently hit for 1,922 damage each.
And that's
Spell
not
Imp's 20
calculating in
plus
the weight of
40.
Discord.
Yeah, that's almost a 3,000 damage, 3,000 magic damage per.
Yeah, it's 60%
Firewind.
spell amp with magic resistance reduced by 50% on a 12,000 damage nuke. Pretty good.
Yeah,
Guess
so
it'll
that's
do.
very good.
So that's an easy 15,000 magic damage nuke
Yeah,
for enemy magic.
easy game.
Alright, Radiant Side is gonna go ahead and just take down two of these Temple Guardians.
Yeah, both teams have been clearing these guys out. It looks like they don't particularly want to fight each other. I think they're just happy to kill bosses.
Yeah.
The difference here being that Dire side went in kind of haphazard on their boss, and it's taken a significant amount of time to take one, whereas Radiant has managed to take almost 3 in that same time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's also always really important to kill both guardians at the same time, because
Another
the other one
note-
will enrage and.
Yeah, the
start it
rage
on-
one's a lot harder to deal with.
Another notable difference is that the Radiant has a Solar Crest.
Yeah. And also, like, don't underestimate the damage that Winter Iron does to bosses. Winter Iron
Oh, yeah,
does a lot of damage to bosses.
I love Winter Wyvern. She's so good.
So good.
So the
Nice.
solar
We
curse doesn't
see,
really
we
do
see
anything because
Dire
of
team
Mangling.
rushing through some cave. I think this Ember Spirit's finally deciding to let his teams level up as well. So he's just one-shotting each one of these rooms, basically, and showering a bunch of XP on his team. Oh yeah, click on the Witch Doctor. It's really funny. Between him following around the Spectre and getting the cave XP, his level just keeps jumping up. Doing Roshan's
yeah.
right now, so it's not quite as dramatic as it was a moment ago.
I like that they're doing this. They're really gonna get this guy maxed out.
I think they're actually going to be able to get him to max level, especially if Ember manages to keep it up with...
But
Oh,
he
Ember's
doesn't
doing
have
funny
Aghanim's
strats.
anymore.
Ember's doing funny
Wait.
strats.
That was an interesting strat. How did he do that?
If you hide in this top right corner, it doesn't teleport you out. So I think,
Oh, that is
although
a
he
bug.
needs to clear it this time, though, because the other team has 98, the game's going to end before he gets a chance to actually clear it. Yeah. There's also a spot right here, right on the door, in the Radiant side that does the same thing. So I think he's going to try to stack it up 3 or 4 times, or maybe just until he dies and gets to the Roshans, and then he's going to clear the room and give his whole team max level, but by that point it will be after final duel, as in the game will have already been over, so...
Yes.
Because
An
Also,
final...
a regular duel with just Dota.
Oh, final... Yeah, regular duel's going to start. This regular duel will trigger the final duel. There's no way that Radiant won't get at least 1 kill. Not quite.
He did in fact manage to clear both of the farming caves at the end there.
Oh wow, he did actually manage to burn down the last one. Slam.
Spectre making absolutely short work of Medusa and the top duel.
Oh, that's impressive. She should drop an ultimate.
This Winter Wyvern is actually doing work to this Ember. This Ember is fleeing for his dear life from the Winter Wyvern.
And that's why you get Aghanims.
Yeah.
Imagine if you had the Scotty.
Uh-oh, now he's stuck on... Ooh, he got maledicted. He's on top of his spirits. Can the Ember jump in and blow them up? Oh, they killed him before he managed to do it.
Winter Wyvern might actually be dead here.
No, Winter
not
Wyvern's
quite.
Winter Wyvern's fine now because they managed to stun lock down the Ember and not let him burst that big ol' stack that he dropped down. The Wyvern was even maledicted. He had no hope of surviving that. Hello.
You know, in OAA
Or
standalone,
the
I don't
end of
think
it
he'll
was
have an Octarine refresher.
I don't know. I think it's bad. I like it.
It's kind of a
think it's
cool
fucking
item, but
valid.
it's just inherently broken. You know. It's just stupid.
What if
circumvents the
what if
biggest
duel didn't refresh?
Resource that exists in team fights, which is cooldowns.
Final duel
is
time.
Ember Spirit is not going
Very
to get
people
this next
do
one
that.
down.
Ember Spirit just killing these things for some reason. Let's check everyone's levels. Final's
Alright, we're
be the
gonna
top
go
right.
in.
Witch Doctor's
The big
level
question is-
48. Oh.
They gotta get this Susa. She got a rapier. She activates her ultimate. I think they're just using Night Stalker as bait.
Oh, the Juice's got a rapier. I wonder if they realize that and they should be focusing solely
They are
on
just
Medusa.
they are hexing her. She's not doing anything. She hasn't
Yeah.
gotten a single attack off recently. Alright, the Winter Wyvern freeze on the Witch Doctor. The Witch Doctor can take it though, but this just lines up an easy.
Oh,
easy
but then
first
suddenly
ultimate.
the Medusa gets 4 attacks out and kills the Mr. Random on the Spectre.
Yeah. Got the Night Stalker still breaking everybody apart as much as he can. Ember Spirit now, close to killing the Pangolier, but doesn't quite connect with all of the attacks, and that's gonna be
I'm
a
surprised
kill
this
there.
Witch Doctor doesn't even try ultimating.
Oh, there was in fact a second Divine
Yeah,
Rapier. Where
who
was
had that? I guess
Oh, there was
Spectre,
a second Divine
probably.
Rapier. Yes,
Yeah, it
someone
was
else had a
Spectre.
rapier. And this is looking like the end here, because I do not think this Underlord can take on these 3.
No, you can't.
Probably
and
not,
down it goes.
man.
What a good game.
That was pretty close, yeah. Just
what
towards
team?
the end. Didn't quite work out. Alright, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I know the video quality's bad. It'll get better eventually. I need to buy